What was your general impression of this budget plan?
Well, for the first fiscal year, we're spending $20.6 billion, and then for the second, $20.9 billion. So keeping it under that $21 billion point was really, really good for the general fund. So we're keeping growth right around 2.5%. We're not going out of control like we've seen in years past. So keeping the spending under control was the first major positive in this budget.
Besides the spending total, there are some major provisions in this budget. First of all, one of the key drivers was Medicaid.
Yes, that's correct. As you remember, back in February, we heard when they had the audit in the Health and Human Services Division that Medicaid, there was a shortfall. It's just eating up the budget. And many legislators have said that Medicaid is driving this budget. And so we saw Medicaid spending increase by over $1 billion just to keep up with normal Medicaid spending allotments. So Medicaid definitely took a large piece of the budget, which kind of pushed out everything else in the budget and made everything not get as much as they normally would.
Outside of the spending provisions, there are some other key things as well. One is that this budget incorporates tax reform. How so?
Yes, that is correct. Also, earlier in the session, we heard about tax reform and the different plans. This budget incorporates that no tax hike policy. So we cap the gas tax, we cut the corporate income tax, we cut the personal income tax, and we're still able to fulfill all the government necessities. So seeing that $500 million tax cut for taxpayers over the first 2 years was definitely a positive thing.
Another thing in this budget, some education reforms that are put in the budget. That's a big issue too.
Yes, we saw some education reforms in both the Senate and the House, and they kind of merged their ideas together. So we end teacher tenure. We do some decreases in the funding for teacher assistants. We create an opportunity scholarship for low-income students to allow them to choose private schools to attend. So a lot of education reform in this budget. So there's a little more accountability, a little more choice on the parent side, and hopefully more efficient spending of our education dollars.